Hi, Allison Bales here from Energy Vanguard with another update about my basement remodel that's going on and has been for a few months. In the last update, I told you about these beams that we have right here, these two yellow LVL beams that need support. We've got this temporary support in right here, but we need permanent support, and the permanent support is going to be posts on each side of the door against the foundation wall right here, supported by a footing. The footing was not there, and now we have it. So let me show you what happened with the footing. First, here's a picture of what the hole looked like when we dug the hole to pour the concrete in. There's a lot of rebar in there, as you can see, and the rebar is not just placed in there loose, it is actually tied into both the slab and the footing underneath the foundation wall over here. So it's very strong, very well supported, and can easily handle the load that we're putting on it. Here's what the footing looks like afterwards, with the concrete in and cured, but before the posts have gone on it. Another thing we put in here is that curb you see under the door. The floor height is coming up because we're putting 2-inch InSoFast insulation panels on the floor with subflooring and finished floor on top of that. So the floor height is coming up. We raised the height of the concrete under the door to help even that out, and also that will help prevent water from coming in from outside under the door and right under the panels. We definitely don't want that. Another bit of progress that we made since the last update is the windows. Remember, I told you somebody cut in 2 of the windows after the house was built, sometime after the house was built, and the block around it was a mess. The block above the window was not supported by anything other than the window itself. And that's a problem. There's not any real structural load here because this is a gable end wall, but we did need some support above there, for at least the block above it. And so we put this piece of angle iron in, we got some concrete block in there. We also filled in the broken concrete block on the side. So much, much better, and it's getting ready for the new Innotech Windows that are coming in sometime in the next month, I hope. What you're looking at here is a picture of the wall that separates the apartment / guest suite from the other part of our basement. And we're doing the basement remodel in 2 phases. The apartment is one phase, phase 1. That's what we're doing first. The big room is phase 2. We're going to get to that after we finish the apartment. But this is where phase 1 bleeds into phase 2. And so I had to get that wall out of there, which meant I had to remove all the wiring, which I've done. I had to remove some plumbing because on the other side of that wall was a cabinet, as you can see in this photo, that had a sink in it, so I had to get that plumbing out. Now, what you see behind me right here is nothing. That wall is gone. You can see from the bedroom side of the apartment all the way over to the other room with the big boxes of insulation panels, the refrigerator, of course, the Rosenthal box in the background, look at that. And so we've got to rebuild that wall to get that separation again. And when we get going on this, I've got all these InSoFast insulation panels that I'm going to be putting on the floor and the walls to make this a very well insulated place that will help also control the moisture down here in the basement. So that's where we are. A lot of work so far, and we're starting to get towards the fun part of the project where I get to start putting the insulation into the control layers, and then we get all the services, the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC. It's going to be great fun. Last thing here, the wall you see has this plastic sign material. It's a corrugated plastic on the board, on the foundation wall. That is part of our interior perimeter drain system. So for any water that comes behind the wall, it drains down into the drain and goes over to the sump pump in the mechanical room. The CMU up here is exposed, and part of my air control layer is going to be this product right here, Passive Purple. Thank you, Adam. And I'm going to be putting that on the wall pretty soon.